It's now close to lunchtime. We finished buying all the groceries and supplies we needed to start cooking. We need to start cooking. We're now ready to cook. What you got, babe? Ah! I wish that damn apron wasn't in the way, but pretty sure that, yeah, that shirt with the white pants, very nice. Mr. Rindo? That's quite something. I look at his cooking skills as I work on some of the ingredients. He's a lot more skilled than I thought he would be.
ああ料理ができる男はモテるとか思ってた頃があってね
Bruh, what? You getting girls, you get grown-ass women throwing themselves at you. He knows how to cook? Oh, this one, me. Defo. That's a plus in my book. Yeah, if y'all couldn't tell from, how I look.
僕としては青臭い過去の副産物なんだけど君に褒めてもらえるならよかった
We continue talking idly as the preparations continue.
琴音ちゃん胡椒を取ってもらえる
Here you go.
ありがとう
Seeing his warm smile is making me smile too. Ah, that's adorable. Look at Katone's face. It's kind of merged with the text box, but it's so adorable.
どうかした
Nothing. I just thought you looked like you were having fun. He shrugs as if he doesn't notice it himself as he works on the recipe.
まあ今日はさ特別だよやっぱり作る相手がいるいないじゃやる気も変わってくるしね
Ah, someone? Oh, you mean me? It's great to hear that from him. That said, the pang in your heart. Oh. Aw, girl, why are you so damn pessimistic? I doubt he means anything by it. But hearing him say special is making it hard for me to hold back my smile. Whoa! Look at this happy family. This is adorable.
はいはいそれじゃあ追加でカルパッチョでも作ろうか
Okay. I don't know what that dish is, carpaccio. But, I don't know. Maybe I'll look it up. But it looks fire. You look like you know what you're doing. He opens the olive oil we just bought. And before I knew it, the carpaccio is done. Well, damn, what the fuck? What kind of dish is that? You open up a bottle of oil and the dish is done. Wish it was that simple. I'm starting to think that Mr. Rindo is a better cook than I am. Oh, ooh. I'm anxious knowing he's a better cook than me, not just as a person, but as the cooker at Enchante. And again, seeing Mr. Rindo having fun cooking is bringing a smile to my face. That is adorable. Soon after, we finish our lunch and now we're sipping on our drinks as we talk. Ooh, Sasha. Oh my gosh. Sorry, y'all. It's like late in the day. I should have played a little earlier today, but whatever. I take what I can get. We finish our lunch, and now we're sipping on our drinks as we begin talking amongst ourselves. Before we knew it, it's getting dark outside.
いいななんだか久しぶりにのんびりした休日って感じだよ
same here.
そんなの気にしないで。だってほら、そこにくつろぐどころじゃないのが約1名。
最高の一日でありました。
Maybe it's just me, but 10 looks kind of drunk.
酔ってないであります。
Yeah, you is drunk. Oh boy. Yep, he's drunk, alright.
まあ、昼ご飯の時からずっとワイン飲み続けてるもんね。
Ooh, not slamming wine, child. What kind of day have you been through, 10?
でもちょっと横に。
I hear snoring coming from 10 the moment he hits the sofa. That was quick.
まったく、酒癖の悪いドキなんて悪い冗談だな。ちょっと寝室に運んでくるよ。
Ah, well, let me clean up the table then.
ああ、ありがとう。
No problem. We have a lot of things in the kitchen now. Aside from the dishes I'm washing, the place is filled with various spices and ingredients, plates and utensils. That was fun, I whispered to myself. We went shopping together and cooked ourselves a nice lunch. It didn't matter that the date was centered around 10 and I reading. Yep, it was fun, all right. I recall the lunch we had today as I continued washing the dishes. Mr. Rindo scooped the rice in the 10's bowl. Mr. Rindo cleaned up the water 10 spilled too. It was almost like a father who was It was almost like a father who was taking care of his son's messes. I wouldn't be surprised seeing a kid riding on Mr. Rindo's shoulders. Girl, will you stop calling him Mr. Rindo? Call him Karu. Come on, you know you want to. I can't help but smile at the thought of that. I pause for a bit as I think about something I forgot from earlier because of 10's appearance. What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, she didn't say that. I wonder if Mr. Rindo has a girlfriend. Based on what I know so far, I doubt he's married, but I'm not sure about the girlfriend part. Not that I could ask him straight to his face. Girl, woman up. Just fucking ask him. I wonder if Mr. Rindo is going out with someone.
あれ、言ってなかったっけ?
What? I jump back awkwardly as he completely catches me off guard.
そんなに驚かなくても。皿洗い終わっちゃった?
Yes. Not that there were many to wash. After giving my thanks for today, I sit on the sofa at the same time Mr. Rindo takes a seat. So 10 is asleep now. Is 10 asleep now? Sorry. I try to avert attention away from what I mumbled by trying to change the subject.
熟睡だね。飲んでたのもあるけど、君が来てくれてはしゃいでたからね。
Glad I could help.
それで、今僕に付き合っている人がいないかだっけ?
Hey y'all, what's good? MidMorningSol back at it again, and y'all, my motherfucking capture card fucked up the thing during recording, and unfortunately I lost a considerable amount of footage. So I'm gonna play through it again until I get to a certain line, and then we'll continue on from there. So y'all, without further ado, let's get to it. And yeah, I don't think I said anything special, so we just continue on. I know it'll sound like I got cut off, and you know, it is what it is with that. So Mr. Rindo isn't going to just let the subject slide, is he? No, girl, he sure the fuck ain't. He's seasoned, man. He's been around for a little while, so yeah, he can kind of pick up on shit that you would probably be oblivious to. We don't need to talk about it.
ごめんごめん。でも一応言っておくと、今は特にいないよ。雫のこともあるしね。なんとなくそんな気になれなくて。
Yeah, but she's your only family. But you know, you have to make a life for you too now. Oh. My heart jumps hearing Shizuku's name. The last time he brought up her name was when we were talking about her a few days back. His younger sister turned into a non-human, and he was this close to putting her down. I can only imagine how emotionally scarred he is from such a traumatic experience. It probably changed his entire life, and I wouldn't blame him. Oh. Is that why this place is so empty? Maybe he lost all interest in material things because he's constantly thinking about her. That's not a bad deduction. And y'all, yesterday when I first recorded this, I was so like, for a little while I was kind of into it, but then like I started to get sleepy, and this is a long ass chapter, I'm not gonna lie. No, my speculation is probably way off base. In any case, I'm sure he feels stuck in time and hasn't been able to move on. And that applies to Mikado too.
でもそうだな。彼女か。琴音ちゃんがそうだったらきっと嬉しいよね。
So direct and to the point. I can appreciate that. A lot of these other dudes, they they don't tell you directly, you know, when we've been with each other for a while. So I can appreciate that from Rindo. I appreciate that. All right, you don't mind? Mr. Rindo stares at me and laughs. I think he's trying to lift our spirits. It's as if he's trying to hide his feelings.
どうかな。おじさんと付き合うとかなんて。
I can't do anything for him. I had no involvement in what had happened. But why? Why am I so irritated and angry? That would explain why I'm going to say, if I said yes in reply to what you asked, then what? You joking? You think this is a joke? You think this is a motherfucking game? I looked straight into his eyes. What? You thought I was joking? Bastard? He probably didn't expect me to say that. Playing with girls' hearts. What's wrong with you? Unlike the usual Mr. Rindo, he's just sitting there, frozen with his mouth open. Close that mouth. Wait, why do I have a cold sweat? What in the world did I say? Yeah, Kazone, it's called womaning up. Okay? You bossed up. That's what you did. You let it be known. Not to tell him to not fuck around. I know it was by impulse, but this is so embarrassing. I want to scream and take back what I said, but that'll only make my blushing worse. I decide to scream on the inside, I decide to scream inside of my head while holding a calm and serene front as I keep looking at him. Mr. Rindo breaks the silence.
それはその
I don't hear you. Come on, you're supposed to be a grown man. You're supposed to be an older man. Come on now. Don't say stuff if you're not gonna follow through.
嬉しい。
That was unexpected. If I was my usual self, I'd most likely say that Mizir would be angry hearing what we said, but...
その今日一日でずいぶん調理器具が増えたよね。
Nice rough transition. You're absolutely right. I nod and let out a sigh of relief hearing Mr. Rindo change the subject forcefully. Indeed, forcefully it is. You just kept buying things without a single thought. It was very surprising.
そうかな。
I know so. Yes, I do. The clay pot you bought was pretty pricey.
普段買い物もしないからね。途中で楽しくなっちゃったのはあるかもしれない。
Then again, thank you for buying all of them. They all came in handy making those great meals today. Ooh, man, who can cook? Good Lord have mercy. And he gets the nerve to look good on top of that. Oh, Jesus.
こちらこそお粗末様でした。
Mr. Rindo smiles and nods hearing my reply.
けど、せっかく買ったのに使わないのももったいないし、たまには料理でもしようかな。
Yes, you should. Oh, you should. Your cooking was absolutely wonderful, Mr. Rindo. And in particular, I wouldn't mind having the aqua plaza, excuse me, I said plaza, you made again. I bring out the dish that stood out from the meals he made, to which his eyes widened. Ah! I start to blush, understanding what I seem to have implied with my response. It took me a while to catch it the first time, but since the footage is gone, child, now I get it. Again. Mr. Rindo simply responds like he usually does. He lets out a broad and bright smile.
そうか。そんなに気に入ってくれるなら、たまに料理するのも悪くないね。君の喜ぶ顔を見てると僕も嬉しいし。それじゃあ、君がまた来てくれた時のためにいろいろと買い足しておくよ。
Wants me to stop by again. Time continues to pass, and before I knew it, the evening sky had gone completely dark. All I'm doing now is looking up into the night sky, marveling its brilliance amid the room's darkness. As for Mr. Rindo, he went into another room simply stating that he'd be right back with something. I'd figure I should sit tight to find out what this something is.
夜景、綺麗なもんだよね。こればっかりは高い家賃に見合ってるよ。
Would you say it's as pretty as me? Yeah. I mean, the thing with a nice view is that, over time, depending on how long you stay, you may get tired of it. And, like, does the cost really justify for a nice view for, like, a few moments? I don't know. Some people say yes. Some people, like me, are like, whatever. Ah, Mr. Rindo. I look at him to see him holding in his hand a letter. It's from Grandpa? I could tell immediately by the handwriting used for to Rindo.
そう。スワンさんが亡くなるときに僕に宛てて残してくれた手紙。
He urges me to read it. I slowly unfold the letter. To Rindo. What was written after the title? What the fuck, Sasha? What was written after that was the grandpa I've known my whole life. He tells Mr. Rindo to eat healthy when he's not eating at Enchante. He says to find a hobby. He ends by telling Mr. Rindo to live a more fulfilling life. After he finished telling Mr. Rindo his concerns, Grandpa writes about me in the following section. He asks Mr. Rindo to take care of me in case he passes away, and I take ownership of the cafe. He also mentions that Mr. Rindo can take care of the gate if it's too much for me. The letter gave me insight into the relationship Grandpa and Mr. Rindo had. That's so Grandpa. He's pretty consistent in how he talks to everyone. He didn't bother you too much, did he? Memories of Grandpa flood my mind. It's making me both happy and sad. Mr. Rindo gently pats me on the head as I wipe the tears rolling down my cheeks.
迷惑だと思ったことはないよ。いつもよくしてくれて。なんていうか、第二の父親みたいな。ソワンさんからさ、君の話はよく聞いてたから、どんな子だろうって、実を言うと少し楽しみだったんだ。
Really? He nods in response.
ソワンさんは、君が店を継いでくれたら嬉しいとは言っていたけど、君にごく普通の女の子として人外に関わらず生きてほしいって気持ちもあったんだと思う。ソワンさんはよく知っていたから、人外の良さも悪さも怖さも。
I want to say I suppose, but a part of me thinks that this is Kaoru trying to interject his beliefs again on Otome in terms of, you should, keep the non-humans at arm's length. Don't fully trust them, but you can trust them if you know them well. But maybe that was so on too. I guess we'll never truly know right now.
だからもし君が普通の人としての幸せをつかみたいと願うなら手助けしてほしいって言っていた。だからあえて常連の人外たちじゃなくて人間の僕に手紙をくれたんじゃないかな。
His words jog my memory back to when I first met Mr. Rindo. Come to think of it, I recall you saying that before. Something about putting more thought into my relationship with the Enchante patrons.
そう。ソワンさんのことづてもあったしね。僕自身も止めるべきかどうか、あの時からずっと 迷ってたんだ。
What about now?
今更かな。今の君は幸せそうだし、アンシャンテの常連もいい奴らだって分かってる。だけど彼らは人外だ。生まれた場所が違う、住む場所が違う、寿命も違うし、生きる速度そのものが違う。その差は決して埋められない。ソアンさんがみんなと共に最後までいられなかったように。だから僕もソアンさんと同じで、これからでも君が普通の幸せを望むなら全力で手伝いたいと思ってる。今が幸せだとなかなか想像できないだろうけどね。
A normal, happy life. I recall when I went shopping with Mikado, Il, and the other patrons. I was wondering what it was like to be normal. Or what it's like to be normal. But I still don't know what being normal really means to me. What is normal to me now? It's to live every day as the owner of Cafe Enchante. Mr. Rindo, do you mind if I ask what a normal, happy life is to you?
僕の幸せ。
Mr. Rindo's eyes blink in a flurry as if he didn't expect for me to ask him that. Yes, Mr. Rindo, your normal life is filled with non-humans, right? Your work is about them too. I thought our lives aren't that different. Mr. Rindo folds his arms together and grimaces.
確かに。こら一本取られたかな。
I nod in response.
琴音ちゃん。
Ooh, don't talk to me in such a low, raspy voice. That's such a turn on.
僕が言う普通の幸せは人間の女の子としての幸せだよ。
Come on, man. Unfortunately, you don't get my initial reaction, but come on. This looks like a romance cover, sort of, kind of. Wait, is he holding her hand? Yes, he is. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I thought she was trying to, like, grab or, like, try to, like, touch his cheek or something. Yeah, okay. He pulls me in closer to him and continues very gently. I could tell immediately he drew me in to get a point through.
君の時間は有限なんだ。人外とは違う。
Oh my, please.
アンシャンテの常連たちと過ごしているとなかなか気づけないかもしれないけど、このまま彼らと一緒にいて彼らの時間の枠組みで生きていたらきっとどこかで歪みが生まれる。ずっと一緒にはいられない。人間とは違う存在。それを突きつけられる日が必ず来る。だから君には人間と歩む時間を、普通の幸せがそこにあることを忘れないでほしい。
You say that, you talking like you're a decrepit old man about to die, when his skin is just as smooth and free of wrinkles as what the fuck? His words are kind and gentle, but I can tell what drove him to say that to me is a strong regret within him. He may see my life similar to what happened between Mr. Mikado and Shizuku. He doesn't want me in a relationship like that. Mr. Rindo looks at me with stern eyes. Oh, I look back without shifting my eyes. Well, please don't forget what it means to have a normal, happy life too, Mr. Rindo. And that goes for your home life, your environment, and your love life, which I need to be a part of, sir. You seem to have the tendency of putting others before you. And I know very well why he does that. It's because of Shizuku. His beloved sibling turned into a non-human. He was about to kill her, but he couldn't pull the trigger. All he could do was suffer and carry on living his life. Maybe he's trying to avoid happiness. Mr. Rindo frowns in pain hearing my words. He tries to respond as best he can.
それなら僕たち二人でそれを探してみるのもいいかもしれないね。
Nice line. I like that. I can hear his breath. I can even feel his breath on my lips. Now all you gotta do is feel his lips on yours, girl. Do it! No! Damn that person with that ultra godlike timing. A sudden ringing of a phone breaks us apart in a flash. Then,
このタイミングとはとんでもないね。
bruh, it was about to be sealed with a kiss. Mr. Rindo chuckles out a let's. Sorry. Mr. Rindo lets out a chuckle as he taps his smartphone's display.
はい。もしもし、リンドウですけど。
こちら魔界警察です。
I didn't catch it at first. I was like, hell police? What the fuck is that?
そろそろリンドウが痛いけな女の子によからぬことをしようとしていると思って電話しました。
But then you gotta wonder, how the hell are they looking at us? Magic, yeah. That's Mizier's voice. Wait a second. Are they all watching what was happening here somehow? Yes, somehow. The timing of that call couldn't have been more perfect. Did they see me and Mr. Rindo? About to kiss? You denied me my kiss! Bastards. All of you. Then suddenly, I noticed my heart racing like crazy. My heart is pounding so strong that I seriously think my heart is going to pump itself out of my mouth. What am I? I place my hands on my cheeks, hopefully the ones above my waist, as I take a few deep breaths to try to calm myself down. Mind you, that was just him lecturing me. Yes, girl, he was about to lecture you by putting his tongue down your throat. There's nothing between us. It's not like we had an intimate moment just now. I forced myself to try and forget about my heartbeat and look at Mr. Rindo, only to find him talking on the phone. Fuck you, Mezier and others.
何を言うかと思えば、僕がそんなことするように見える。
いや、めちゃくちゃ見える。鏡でてめえの顔見てこいっつ。
Okay, Ignis is about that life. Well, we been new, but you know, just as confirmation.
リンドウの立ち振る舞いは乙女ゲームでいうところの微妙な敵役ですから。
Ew, I expected better of you.
敵とはひどい言い草だ。というか、微妙なの？それなら明確な敵の方がまだいいかな。
敵ならば叩き切っているはずだ。ということでリンド、疑いを晴らしたくな。琴音に変われ。
Goddess, I expected better from you too. Why are you in on this crap?
ああ、はいはい。もう返しますから、自分たちの目で無事を確認してください。
The clamor coming from the other side of the phone is being ignored. Mr. Rindo hangs up.
これでよしと。まったくあいつらは。
Mr. Rindo has his usual expression on again as he lets out a sigh. He's back to his usual adult form again.
さて、みんな心配してるみたいだからさ、そろそろ送っていくよ。
If I leave now, is Mr. Rindo going to live his life as usual again with his adult front? Did I read? Yeah. Was it form the last time? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, it was form. So form or front. Does that mean he's not going to think about his own happiness? Various thoughts come to mind. But I don't know what to say. And the guys at Enchante are waiting for me. They can wait a little bit longer? Damn it, this is Rindo's route. And so, I nod in confirmation to his words. Cock-blocking lot. It didn't take me long to drive her back to Cafe Enchante. I let out a sigh seeing my room as empty as it is. Aww, I could have stayed the night, you know, if you were really feeling the mood. With her gone, this empty room feels even emptier now.
普通の幸せか。
Today's date meant a lot to me. Of course, I wanted to ask her out so that I could have her meet the Kure, but I also wanted her to be close to a human. This was all to help her recognize how fun it is to be with other humans. My initial motive was to escort her and give her fair warning. Yes. I wasn't with her as just another smiling patron at her cafe. I was Karu Rindo of the GPM today.
それだっていうのに。
I found out that I wasn't associating myself with other humans any more than she was. I tried to convince her, but instead, she convinced me. She made me realize I was trying to avoid my own happiness. It's true that I began putting everything else before myself ever since I lost Shizuku. Regardless of the reason, and regardless of the result. That incident blemished my soul, and it festered before I could even recognize it. That's when I began to turn my eyes away from happiness, which would explain why I lost interest in everything. Even so, how odd. Today's date was... Look at her. Oh, she looks so cute. I love that picture. Oh my gosh. Especially when she's smiling. But, oh, he said it. Sorry. She's much younger than me. She blinded me with her light. I wanted to keep my eyes on her. I rake my hair up with my fingers as I look at the sofa she was sitting on. Don't be a creep. I let out a huge sigh. Phew. I headed to my room and crashed on my bed the moment Mr. Rindo dropped me off at Enchante. Well, to be specific, Mizir and the gang were interrogating me before that. It was quite an ordeal, but somehow I made it through. Whatever. I guess I should be lucky I have people worried about me like that. I let out a chuckle as I recalled the questioning. Ooh, damn, excuse me, y'all. I guess the fact that the Kure 10 was with me was enough for them to trust what happened. At the very least, I'm assured that Mr. Rindo won't get jumped by these guys. Then again, I made sure I didn't disclose certain parts that happened. Ooh. That was so embarrassing. I can feel my heart racing again just thinking about how close we were. I shake my head to get the thought out. I then grab my pillow with my arms and roll onto my back so that I'm looking at the ceiling.
Enchante の常連もいい奴らだって分かってる。だけど彼らは人外だ。生まれた場所が違う。住む場所が違う。寿命も違うし、生きる速度そのものが違う。その差は決して埋められない。ソーアンさんがみんなと共に最後までいられなかったように。だから僕もソーアンさんと同じで、これからでも君が普通の幸せを望むなら全力で手伝いたいと思ってる。今が幸せだとなかなか想像できないだろうけどね。
A normal and happy life. I guess he's right that I've gotten used to how things are ever since I took over Enchante. I went to Medio. I went to Bestia. Things happened back at Amasaki Island near my home. Now that I think about it, I sure have gone through a lot. Happiness. Well, I used to dream about becoming an idol or a florist or even a pâtissier when I was young. Pâtissier. Yeah, I hope I said that right. You know, what a girl usually dreams about. Speak for yourself, bitch. But as I grew older, my dreams slowly faded, and by the time I was at my old job, I really wasn't thinking of anything. I mean, I did never dream of taking over Enchante until my grandpa passed away. I wonder what it means to be happy. Having a romantic relationship isn't the only thing that leads to happiness. That's true. But will I follow that path one day too? Bitch, you are an Otome protag. It's your destiny. It is your fate. God, I'm just rolling my eyes, y'all. Meeting someone and falling in love. Wearing a wedding dress and standing at the altar surrounded by flowers. I know it's weird, but I can't imagine that ever happening to me. Well, not like I have a special someone. Bitch, we're trying to get you a special someone! Oh my god, the tone deafness is just... sometimes it's infuriating with Katone. A message came in. Damn, she grabbed that phone with the quickness. I sit up to check who it came from. Mr. Rindo? I hurriedly opened the message. The message said that Ten was sad when he discovered I wasn't there anymore. It also says that he wanted to give me a gift before I left Mr. Rindo's place. With Ten completely drunk from all that wine. Ooh, child, Ten liked to party. He's sort of regretting that he couldn't see me before I left. Oh well. I chuckled to myself, but as I read the last few sentences... Huh? I nearly dropped my smartphone as I started reading it. It said that Mr. Rindo was considering bringing Ten to Enchante. But since Ten's under GPM surveillance, he can't let him leave his home without proper approvals. So... he asked me to come by again to his home. And next time, he'll have something prepared and ready. Ooh! My man's cooking for me. Oh my god. You gotta club him upside his head before he gets away. I can go to Mr. Rindo's place again? To be honest, I'm pretty darn happy. Ow! I mean, I was having a lot of fun back there. I can help with the cooking again. Or maybe we can watch a movie. Or even watch the latest drama series on TV. Huh? Wait a second. I noticed that I'm getting excited. Oh my god, Sasha. Come on. I noticed that I'm getting all excited thinking about going back there. Does that mean I'm actually wanting to see Mr. Rindo again? Hell yeah. Maybe this is what it means to have a normal and happy life. And maybe I'm in love? Oh, come now. Finding happiness isn't this simple. It can be, if you let it. That's right. Mr. Rindo is way older than me. Girl. I mean, yes, he is. And the thing that I would say or bring up is if he's old enough to be your father. In which case, yes, he is. But that shouldn't stop you. I mean, I don't know. I've dealt with people, guys 10 years, a little bit more, but not like 20. That's where, yeah, it's kind of, yeah, don't know about that. But, like, if I know the guy, I'll give him a fair shot. Same thing with going younger. I've talked to dudes that are younger than me. But as long as it's like 2 consenting adults, then I don't see why not. There's no way I could manage a relationship with an older man. Think again, sister. In fact, all these dudes are older. The only person that's like in your age range is Ignis. But all these damn dudes are older, so why are you bringing it up now? Can't stand a contradictory bitch. Wait a second. Why am I thinking of him as my partner? Because you should. This is his route. Then again, Mizir and the others have been living much longer than me. So in comparison, the age difference between me and Mr. Rindo is nothing and is like nothing and... Huh? Why am I trying to rationalize this? That wasn't even a good reason. That's good enough for me. I keep rolling around on the bed, never quite finding comfort. After a while, I finally regain my cool as I go back to and read the message from Mr. Rindo. Girl, you having that man left on red. Shame on you. I'd love to see you again at my place if that's alright with you. I can't hold myself back. Somehow force myself from smiling and I reply back to him, yes, I'd love to come back.